I keep seeing posts and ads and people on TV saying everyone needs therapy. And I don't think everyone does need talk therapy. Don't get me wrong, I'm not anti-therapy. About 30% of people that try talk therapy report that it works for them. So by all means, find whatever works for you and keep doing it. But for the other 70% of us seeking help for mental health, depression, anxiety, or trauma recovery, I don't think that therapy is necessarily the answer. So let me explain. Outside of talk therapy, there is a growing cadre of somatic approaches and recommendations for retraining the nervous system to get better at downregulating out of fight or flight trauma responses and more readily coming into safe and social rest and digest, the sciencey technical term here of ventral vagal state. This is where the parasympathetic nervous system learns to stand down and not feel like we're in a state of threat. In this state, we feel more connected to ourselves and others. We have a feeling of integration within our own bodies. The prefrontal cortex thinking brain is engaged. We're emotionally calm. We can feel love, pleasure, creativity, inspiration. We can also feel more complex emotions like sadness or frustration or grief without feeling taken over. Our muscles are relaxed, breathing is easy, a good resting heart rate and normal blood pressure, and our digestive system is on point doing its thing. But switching out of parasympathetic and into this sympathetic ventral vagal state is tricky because this is your autonomic nervous system we're talking about, meaning you don't have control over it. You can't decide to be in one state or the other. Your unconscious body mind is trained to respond to stimuli, and past traumas and threats might have trained it into a vigilant state of defensiveness. So teaching your body how to make the switch and readily come back into safety takes practice. So how can we get good at it? 1, stimulate the vagus nerve, improve vagal tone. More on this in other videos, but some ways to do this include singing, chanting, breath work, cold plunging, saunas, exercise, fasting, and oddly, promoting feelings of wonder and awe. 2, practice gratitude and forgiveness. Learn to let go. 3, practice interoception. Get good at reading the signals in your body from a detached, objective vantage. This also means getting good at identifying and naming variations in emotional states with more granularity. Mindfulness helps with this. Get good at reading the signals in your environment and social situations from a detached, objective vantage. Mindfulness helps with this. 5, foster an internal locus of control. 6, create rituals and spaces that signal to the autonomic nervous system that it's in an environment it can feel safe in. But it's not enough to be free of physical danger. Anytime we perceive a threat to ourselves, a loved one, or even threats to the ideas that we identify with, we'll switch into a defensive state. So, number 7 is to be a part of a community with others that share similar beliefs and philosophies that you identify with. Community is really important for mental health and well-being. Since we're social creatures, our nervous systems actually co-regulate with the people around us. And having a general sense of safety and well-being comes from feeling socially safe, accepted, and having a sense of belonging in the world. And finally, number 8, have a couple close friends, people you love and depend on who will be there for you, play and celebrate with you, think through problems with you, a couple people that deeply know you, even know your secrets and imperfections, and you them, which assures you that you're normal, or at least a little like them. But what if you're not that interested in mental health? There are those of us, though perhaps a shrinking percentage, that feels like we don't need therapy. We're doing good, we're successful, coping with life's challenges, and maybe we just want to be the best we can be, the best parents, bosses, neighbors, and friends, hopefully free of chronic disease so that we can stick around to live a long and healthy life. Do these people need therapy? Probably not. But the advice for these people to thrive, to become more successful, more creative, more at peace, more loving, and more free from disease and discomfort, It's the exact same things. I don't think everyone does need therapy, but I sure think it would help if we showed up together, especially with those that are in a good place, to get the support, community, and practices that make for healthy systems across the body and mind. You don't even have to say that you're doing it because you think you're broken or because you want next level happiness in life. You can just show up, share inspiring stories, feel awe, practice gratitude and forgiveness, maybe sing, fast on occasion, help others in your community, and be a good friend. Maybe we don't all need therapy, but maybe we could all use church. And listen, this is coming from an atheist. I don't want dogma or faith. I just don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater either. I don't know how to do it yet because atheists and spiritual, non religious types like myself are notoriously bad at organizing for fear of becoming like the thing that we left. But I sure think it would be worth it. And I would sure love to try. What do you think? If you're religious, do you get therapeutic benefits from church? And if you're not religious, do you think there's merit to the idea of church without religion? Let me know what you think.